Hello Battleforge community, today I'm back with another PvP replay. I've got a match against Hyp3r for you today, because I think it was one of the most interesting games that I've played in the last week, or last 2 weeks. And yeah, it was a very high tempo play, so I want to show that to you. Scavengers start on the top by me, scavengers start on the bottom, so fire mirror in tier 1. Which basically means on this map heavy thug spam, because they are very strong in the center fights. We can see thugs already played Sunstriders on the side, similar spawns, both players taking the path around here, because if you lose the fight you can at least retreat and save your tier 2 position. If you walk around the space, this power walls would be not the best objective, because if your opponent has a lead and goes tier 2 you cannot really respond, so both players taking this safe path. Thug spawns over here, and one scavenger, 2 Sunstriders. This is pretty much the standard composition. You sort of want to position the Sunstriders in a way that you can get the scavenger. I'm trying to engage here, but I delay a little bit to synchronize both attacks here, to not lose any DPS during the fight. Triple eruption, which is pretty good. I think my split was a little off here. Scavenger micro by Hyp3r on the side, which is nice, and in the first engagement he definitely comes out on top due to very good unit positioning. He kites a little and wins this side. I'm getting this thug squad over here, but overall this was a very good trade because of the strong triple eruption and good kiting by the scavenger. He didn't lose that unit, and yeah, solidifies a strong lead here. Okay, so he picks up a power well. And as you can see, I'll just stop for a second. I'm at 4 units, he's at 4 units, and he also has the same amount of power as me, even though my void pool is higher, but that doesn't make a huge difference for now. I'm trying to attack this immediately because I don't want him to heal the scavenger, but this is a very risky position for me, and Hyp3r does the correct thing by kiting back, which is allowing him to spawn thugs into my Sunstriders here, or just scavengers, and get some very valuable pickoffs. And yeah, in the meantime, this eruption very good. I'm completely overextending because I really underestimated the amount of power that he had, and this is a lost fight. This was well played by Hyp3r. He really used the positioning here of his units quite well to get the picks off, and I made a mistake by overcommitting at this side of the map. So yeah, sacrificing the Sunstriders because there's no way these ones are surviving, and I want to get the Void's return as fast as possible. I'm trying to equalize in power wells, but as you can see, Hyp3r is in the lead. He can just get another one and he still has power left, while I'm very low at power and you even have less units on the board. So 2 power wells on both sides in the meantime here, and Hyp3r tries to attack me. So this is a pretty standard thing. He has a very huge lead, so he wants to extend that by either like picking a power well and threatening this attack so I cannot respond with a third power well, or just trying to kick a power well by brute forcing over thugs. So I'm doing a similar thing here, kiting into the back line over here so I can spawn thugs into the Sunstriders, which is very useful because now he has to draw retreat with both of them, losing a lot of DPS, while my units can freely attack, which is allowing me to defend this for a while with despite that power deficit. And it's also very important to have these thugs attacking because they generate so much power. It's really such an insane amount that sometimes it's really worth it to even sacrifice them sometimes to just get the bonus power off, because on the other side of the map you will get off more DPS because your opponent has to take attention of kiting and getting thugs out of the board. So right here you can see this attack got deflected pretty well, but Hyp3r is up on power well, so that is still a decent position for him. Yeah, it's 3 power wells over here. He wants to avoid picking the 4th because clustering. He doesn't know if I play PvP or something like that, and clustering against that would be very bad. So picking up this next power well over here at the top. I think 3 wells are already too much against colors like PvP. I'm not playing PvP here in this match, but it would be too much. So why am I attacking here? Pretty much because there is no safe spot to take. This spot here is way too close to the main base, so I would run into split attacks, especially due to my small power disadvantage very, very hard to defend. So I try to engage and get something done, because the last fight was quite good for me. So I hope for a mistake by Hyp3r here, so I get either get to rush a power or get more map control. And you can see the thugs here really strong, getting onto the backline here and fighting. A lot of kiting being done to make sure that that most units don't get into combat with the thugs, so they don't generate that much power. So the scavenger getting brought into the mix here. These units are dead, and yeah, more thugs fighting. You can see the pick onto the Sun Stratus here to get at least something, and retreating here because as you can see, I cannot rush the position, but I got at least a decent trade and more map control by that. The power lead that Hyp3r solidified is very, very big right now. He's again up one power well, and you can see I'm just responding at my power limit. So yeah, you can see Hyp3r has more power than I have. I checked the void difference, and I think it was like 80 difference at the timing where we both got into tier 2. But yeah, getting map control here is very important, because I get tier 3 position by that, which is very important because on 7 wells you get a lot of power pretty quickly, and if you have no tier 3 position, your opponent can pretty much play defensively and just wait up until the match is gone, because then he goes tier 3, you cannot respond because you have no tier 3 position, and then it's game over. But yeah, we're seeing bandits against Fire Nature, which is a very interesting matchup, and I think this is where the fun begins. Yeah, a very, very high tempo match, because both factions want to win the game over offensive strategies. Bandits wants to go for rallying banner attacks, while Fire Nature goes for Barovers. You can see Barover attack over here, Barover attack over here, and in the meantime Hyp3r has 250 power and starts a rallying banner attack. So a lot of stuff happening on the map here. I'm trying to defend this here, while this is a split attack, and my units ended up getting chased down on this side. So a lot of attacks happening. Hurricane and switch by the Ghost Spears to get rid of the Dark Elf Assassins. In the meantime, Nightcrawler getting spawned a little late, and also an Oink here to threaten a power well kick. In the meantime, another split attack onto this power well. This one is getting threatened. Hyp3r misses out on the opportunity to erupt this Borrower. That would have saved the power well. In the meantime, 2 dropped though because of that. And yeah, a second rallying banner. So he's really trying to make up for these two lost power wells. He had a very, very solid lead in tier 1, so he still has the chance of trading here, because he has just a lot more power than I do overall through the Void Circle. But he lost 2 power wells, so he needs to equalize for that for now. Frenzy Nightcrawler, this is like what bandits can do really, really well. You can just spawn these shadow units like Dark Elf Assassins, Nightcrawler, and apply a lot of pressure. So this Nightcrawler not attacking the orb, it wants to support either here or here, because kicking power walls is a lot easier at this stage of the game, rather than going for an orb that has more HP and also can attack units. So yeah, in the meantime you can see this split attack is way too much for me to handle, because I just simply do not have enough power due to the tier 1 deficit, and also I had to invest a lot of power into kicking these power walls. So yeah, I'm trying to make up for it by defending at least one position here with the Scythe Fiends, but motivate threatening them. As you can see, you're forcing a lot of power from me. I think I'm playing my power limit here, as you can see. The Scythe Fiends. In the meantime, Barover split attack. This time Hyp3r reacts in time, so he forces me away. Yeah, I retreat here. In the meantime, he tries to attack on the top, while maintaining this rallying attack. This power well already pretty low. And yeah, you can see a very, very good activation here to get rid of the Ghost Spears. My Monument at least equalizes for that, because he can get rid of the Nightcrawler. This Lava Field was an attempt to stop the rallying banner here from going down, but it didn't work, so a little too late. And yeah, I'll use this time here to set up another attack, because this one is defended and the Monument is sort of trying to deal with this. So body block onto the Nightcrawler to make sure the Scythe Fiends can regenerate a little more HP by the Ravage. You can see it's 5 power wells, against 5 equal power well position, but as long as everything goes on, it was still a good thing for me, because this power well got defended, and yeah, I got to kick the power wells a little earlier compared to Hyp3r, and this one drops as well, because this, I think a heal came in time. He wanted to finish off the Sky Fiends with an eruption but didn't make it, so the attack here successful. Another attack by Battleforge on the bottom here onto this power well, and yeah, the match is still very close. And yeah, another attack. I think Hyp3r erupted this power well in order to prevent a repair. As you can see, this one drops as well, and another attack going onto this well here, while the Ravaged Battleforge manages to get another power well on this side here. So a lava field attempt here to knock back onto the Battleforge in order to keep this well alive. I'm not sure if this was really worth it. I think he could have, with the power, he might have been able to get this well done, but he uses the Motivate in order to set up his next attack. So as you can see, a very fast game, and it's very hard to get everything on the screen. You can see the Motivate threatening the orb kick here, so I'm very focused on that. In the meantime, he sneaks up and finishes off that power well. So yeah, here another heal to keep the Skyfire Drake from dropping. You can see I oinked Nightcrawler because I was very afraid of losing the orb and finishing off the Skyfire with the eruption here. In the meantime, another attack in the center onto this power well, which leads to dropping. In the meantime, this Nightcrawler is attacking in my main base, trying to get an equalizer for that. Yeah, an eruption to finish off the Skyfire Drake, but the power does not drop here. The Ghost Spears get defended by Dark Elf Assassins, and we can see right now a 1 power well lead for me, which is quite important, because yeah, at the lower power levels, I think Fire Nature beats out Bandits because it has a more versatile deck and more defensive options than Bandits does have. So Dark Elf Assassins getting activated. I see this, so I can retreat the Ghost Spears because they're not in power well range, so I can wait until this runs out. The Battleforge built up for distraction. As you can see, Skyfire Drake getting into the mix, way too powerful to attempt the attack against that, so I retreat immediately, because now there's a lot of bound power and I can attempt with this double Battleforge attack to get this well down. Skyfire Drake spawn, very good positioning, because I cannot oink both units over here. And yeah, this attack over here gets defended for now, I think. Yeah, he's getting the Dark Elf Assassins onto the Skyfire Drake, but there's a lot of pressure going onto the last power wells on the center here. I think, yeah, the Skyfire Drake actually dropped. I think I missed a heal there, and it's bad. But the last power well dropped, so right now if I get to deflect the incoming attack without too much damage, I think I'm in a very great position. And yeah, Nightcrawler motivated to get some extra damage, but the root here hitting all 3, and in the meantime this Skyfire gets removed by the Skyfire hit and the eruption. So eruption, Curse of Oink being used to buy some time, so I can get off this attack and move the units to another position. In the meantime, another attack onto the orb. Dark Elf Assassins and Nightcrawler getting activated to get rid of the Ghost Spears here. In the meantime, I think he missed on the opportunity to micro Skyfire, so this one died to an eruption as well. And the Ghost Spears dropped though, but the orb gets the kill onto the Dark Elf Assassins, which is pretty important. So Ghost Spears moving up to remove the Dark Elf Assassins here on this side. The Skyfire Drake getting rid of the Nightcrawler, and right now I'm in a very great position, because 3 wells against 0 will generate such a great advantage over the time. And I am using Battleforge here to also attempt at more powerful attacks. And yeah, Lava Field is really trying to brute force right now, because this is his last chance, but yeah, it's not really going to work. As you can see, the oink coming in, I'm just going for 1 attack, I think, and then switch again, because I cannot kill him in 3 attacks without receiving more damage here. So yeah, eruptions finishing off both drakes. This orb here under pressure, this well under pressure, but the orb, the tier 2 orb, which is very essential for the Bandits player, drops over here. In the meantime, this is getting traded for power, but that is completely fine for me because now Hyp3r is in tier 1, and you can see Skyfire Drake attacking and going for the orb, while these units here try to fight the remaining tier 2 incomes, and at this point the game is over. So I really enjoyed playing this one because it was very, very fast, and yeah, seven power wells in Fire Nature vs Bandits is pretty interesting because there are so many attacks ongoing, and yeah, I think very interesting match with a nice comeback. I think Hyp3r lost the game upon missing the opportunity to erupt the Borrower on this bottom side. I think if he erupts this, I just get 1 power well on the map, and then he had the chance to counterattack, maybe getting 2 power wells, and that would be a very bad position for me in the end. But I luckily managed to get this power well down due to the huge amount of things that happened on the map. He missed out on the opportunity to erupt it. And yeah, on even terms, I think Fire Nature wins out against Bandits on the long term. So still a very nice match, which had so much cross-map action. So I thought it would be worth uploading this onto the channel, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, see you in the next video.